All right, guys, so just a few more here for you. And this one starts with my youngest son. He had a dream, and at this time he was having several really scary dreams. Aliens, zombies, plagues, different creepy things. So this dream, he told me, I'm sharing with you because it's kind of cool. So he was looking at a Christmas tree and it came to life, growing arms and legs. He ran outside and there was Jesus, a big bright light, but he couldn't see his face. And he told him, my son, after your mom prays, you need to pray. And so I always prayed with the kids at night, and I did all the talking. And they were supposed to be praying on their own, but he was only around 6 at this time. So after this, he definitely started praying on his own. And that was a kind of a cool thing for him to see Jesus in his dream. But the bad dreams did get better after that, for sure. So back to my armor dream. Backwards, ROMRA, in all caps and merged together. And I forgot to mention with this dream that I had figured something out about it that I didn't share with you guys. So after that dream, it was actually a vision. It wasn't even a dream. I saw ROMRA backwards and then a comet or an asteroid falling to the earth. And I just thought to myself, and maybe it was the Holy Spirit bringing revelation, I don't know, but I thought, what if all the natural disaster dreams or visions that I had, if I put them all in order from the last one I received to the first, it would be in order. Comet, then volcano and earthquake and tsunami and flood. So those were all the natural disaster dreams that I had had. And in tribulation, when things get really bad, that's what will be happening. All sorts of crazy natural disasters. So that was my thinking on that and why armor was backwards. Next dream, me and a group of people were I had a child with me. We're going from house to house in the dark, gathering food into backpacks. And I remember stuffing my child's backpack with canned food, and then we would hear a great rumbling sound and shaking. And then we would wait until it stopped and go to the next house. And in between each earthquake, we were running from house to house. And that's another thing that could definitely happen when there's earthquakes and volcanoes and all sorts of natural disasters. And April 28th, I burst into tears trying to find the right baseball pants, looking through a box full of 12 years worth of all different sizes of baseball pants from my 3 boys. Thinking about my kids not making it to heaven. That was why I burst into tears. I was probably having an emotional day. The next day, April 29th, I was listening to a message from a woman, and she said, God will save your family. No one can pray for your children like you can. And that was a very reassuring message. That's true. If you pray for your children unceasing, you have nothing to worry about. Even the prodigal children, they eventually will come back. Just be consistent in your prayers. So, November 16th, 2020. I had a dream that my pastor at the time was telling his son, you must be ready at the Passover. And he had grabbed his arm and said it really insistently. And he said it over and over. And it says here I missed the last part of the dream because I didn't wake up to write it down and I forgot it. Hate it when I do that. Okay, next dream, 2020. So, dream that we were camping. And there was a bunch of babies close to the edge of a cliff, and I had to run back and forth trying to keep them from falling over the edge. And then all of a sudden, I'm waiting in line for a shower. And there's a long line of women at these showers. And there were these girls that tried to cut in front of me. And I tell them, I don't think so. And in this dream, I was looking at the back of my head. It was really strange. And I saw that I had short, very curly hair. And I thought to myself, I look just like Grandma. Then I go in the shower. The tops are all open. It's outdoors. I look up and the sky breaks open into splinters of light, like beams of light. And then I go up into the light. And I felt like this was a rapture dream. But then I Googled cutting and, oh no, I didn't Google this one. I was just reading in Galatians, and it's like the Holy Spirit brought it to my attention. Galatians 5:7. You were running a good race. Who cut in on you to keep you from obeying the truth? And then 10. The one who is throwing you into confusion, whoever that may be, will have to pay the penalty. And I was thinking, could that have been a message to me that I'm getting off track somewhere? Or at this time, I remember hearing a message from somebody who said not to be posting your dreams, and that God never told you to, and he was kind of it just really kind of hurt my feelings. I remember thinking that it just really confused me, and I didn't know what I was supposed to do, and took them all down and got really kind of almost depressed. And I have a feeling that's part of it, because I kind of tapered off on writing them down even during this time. But anyways, the Lord will speak to you in any way that he can, and we kind of just have to learn this stuff for ourselves. We have to figure it out ourselves. And I don't think I was actually supposed to put all my dreams out there yet. I don't think I'm supposed to do it until now, because I've really been feeling the need to do it now. But the Lord's timing is perfect. We have to remember that. So Beckett's game, so he had a baseball game and got struck out. But each strike, he got to ball three. Ball three came, and then pitch 4 he thought was a ball, and he started running off to first before the umpire called strike. And since he did that, he said strike. And then 5th pitch, same exact thing. Beckett took off running, he said strike. 6th pitch, it was obviously a ball, and my son threw the bat, ran off to first, and he said strike 3. So he didn't learn the lesson until he got out, that this umpire does not like it if you leave before he makes the call. And instantly a thought came to my mind that I'm running ahead of his plan. And I felt like he was telling me, you're running ahead of my plan. And I think it all had to do with me not figuring out when to speak about the dreams and the visions. Because now I'm kind of learning that I'll need to wait for him to tell me when to mention them. And I'm still trying to learn all this. But then the next day, Vicki Adkins, a lady I listened to, she said, stop running ahead of God's plan. So that was my confirmation. All right, another dream. Taking a kid home from a birthday party in the mountains, and I get stopped. All the cars are stopped up on the freeway, and we have to go out on foot. So we end up walking through the woods where there's camps, and we kind of creep up to this camp, and we see that they're initiating people into their clans or whatever you call it. And they said, you have to be okay with this to be in this clan. And it was really creepy. And they spotted us, and we started running, and that was the end of that one. All right, I think I am caught up now, and if not, I will be back. God bless.